Bulletstorm was one of those interesting little titles that came out last gen that was simply pure fun. Not only did it have Cliff Bleszinski as a producer, but it was created by People Can Fly and Epic Games. The game was by many standards at the time a surefire success. Despite promising reviews at release, the game undersold by both EA and Epic Games standards. However, it went on to develop a cult following that to this day appreciates the dark humor and fun, albeit gimmicky ways to kill with skill. Now 6 years later, Bulletstorm returns with a fresh coat of paint in Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition on current gen consoles. Can it live up to the legacy and the following that made it such a fan favorite all those years ago, or is it still a gimmicky, one-trick pony? The answer to that question is simple. Do you enjoy mindless fun? If you say yes, then this game is well worth the price of admission. You play Grayson Hunt, the leader of a Black Ops crew of assassins who learn that they have been killing civilians. They were tricked by the Star General Serrano, an all-around D-bag. 10 years later, they've been flying through space and come across the General ship. Grayson, in a drunken fever, decides to take it on and ram the ship, and that's where the story really begins. Players will fight survival as they track down the General and discover new technology through the leash. The story is a bit heavy and riddled with dark humor. It almost doesn't fit the gameplay at points. However, if you can look past that, you are in for a wild ride of kicking, sliding, and shooting your way through hordes of enemies and watching them get impaled and decapitated, if you so choose to play with the Goron. As you progress in the game, you're able to upgrade your leash as well as the weapons to do more damage and unlock new moves. To do so, however, you need to earn skill points. This is where the whole kill with skill comes in. Every enemy that you impale or slide in or shoot heads off of earns you points. The game rewards creativity and even keeps track of every skill kill you have done and those that haven't even been unlocked yet. It's a nifty system that managed to push past gimmickry and turns it into an enjoyable romp as you discover new ways to kill and funny outcomes with various ragdolling enemies. Multiplayers made the jump to next gen as well, and having players fight off waves of enemies and increasing difficulty spawns, while trying to figure out enough skill points to progress into the next round. Up to 4 players can participate together. The Full Clip Edition comes packed with both DLC packs, which include multiplayer maps and additional Echo missions. One of the better additions through this inclusion is Duke Nukem as a playable character through the story. Hail to the King. Now the Duke Nukem content is fun, just because you have the Duke himself basically photoshopped onto the game and sprouting out one-liners, which is always entertaining. Though it feels like he's a bit out of place in the campaign, I wish he could have gotten his own content, or at least changed the story a bit, where he was teleported into a ship or something. Make it seem more believable. It's still mindless fun with the Duke spouting out quips every few minutes. In the end, Bulletstorm Edition doesn't change the game a whole lot, which is pretty much what we expected, although it's still fun and entertaining. If you want mindless, bloody, expletive-filled game that is great when you're tired of the old Call of Duty or sports titles, this is the game for you. If you're expecting a deep narrative with some depth and not so cheesy dialogue, then this is obviously not the game for you, and I have no idea why you're listening to this. We give Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition a 7.5 out of 10. Released on April 7, 2017, available on PS4, which this review was done on, Xbox One, and PC. Published by Gearbox Software, developed by People Can Fly. Disclosure, Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition was provided to the Geek Culture Podcast by the publisher for covering purposes. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one.